Today, the Federal Reserve will make a key announcement that will significantly impact the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It may be highly bullish or very negative depending on what they say. However, it is likely to have a substantial impact on the market. Stay tuned to learn everything you can from this video. Hey folks, welcome back to Facts. Today we're going to talk about whether the Feds are going to kill crypto or not. Stay tuned to find out. Before we get into the video, allow us to remind you that we will be giving away one whole Ethereum to a random subscriber. If you want to win, make sure to like and subscribe and comment on your favorite cryptocurrency in the comments below. Do not miss this opportunity out, as it will not last forever. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that this video is not intended to be financial advice in any way. The video is intended solely for educational and entertainment purposes. It's advised that you seek the advice of a financial professional or make a choice based on your own research. The cryptocurrency markets are extremely volatile, and all investments must be done with caution. Having said that, let's go on to today's video. Today, we'll go through exactly what's going on, as well as what you need to do to safeguard your crypto or take advantage of the charts. So, Bitcoin enters a wait-and-see period ahead of the FED announcement. The FED is delivering a policy statement today. Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, will deliver a news conference to update the public on the FED's monetary policy. Given recent high inflation, some people believe that the FED will become more hawkish, which generally means that they would be more likely to raise interest rates, which would be unfavorable for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in the short term. The assumption is that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have a lot of speculative money in them, and that when interest rates are low, there's more speculative money in those assets. When it's high, you receive less, which is why there's concern that if interest rates or inflation rise, the economy would suffer. As a result, interest rates would rise, causing less money to be invested in cryptocurrency and values to fall in the near term. However, the FED has already stated that they will maintain interest rates low in order to stimulate economic growth. So, as long as they keep that narrative going here today, it might be optimistic. But due to the recent very high inflation rate, there's some uncertainty that this will alter. If it happens, we may see a short-term drop. But the market is absolutely neutral ahead of the FED statement, with only a little amount of spot buying, which is consistent with what we've seen in the past few days, when Bitcoin's been trading in a very narrow range between $39,000 and $41,000. As a result, the incident is likely to cause a binary market response. Binary events, according to Singapore-based QSUP Capital, are significant occurrences that cause large swings in either way. So it'll just be a big surge in volatility. And the reason for this is that if you consider how leverage will influence it, we're gonna have a big swing either way, because everyone will be thinking the same thing. So, right now, there are roughly an equal number of buyers and sellers who are just exchanging it. However, if leverage is factored in, everyone will believe it's either extremely bullish or extremely bearish, which is why we anticipate such a large movement. So, assuming the FED maintain its dovish pro-stimulus stance, cryptocurrencies will have the greatest potential gain until at least September. On the other hand, a hawkish surprise that's unfavorable for crypto may impact on asset values. If they're hawkish, all possibilities are off, and the crypto market is likely to revisit previous lows. So that takes us back down to 30K, if it does occur. So the issue is, when is this gonna happen? When will we get this news one way or another? Will we return to 35 to 37K, or will this drive us over 42 to 45K if it is indeed bullish? Even if we suffer a short-term blow in the markets, we believe that Bitcoin will be able to achieve significant all-time highs near 100K before the close of the year. And this might simply be yet another stumbling hurdle in our way, or it could be a really excellent trading opportunity. As you can see, most cryptocurrencies are down roughly 5% recently. So if Bitcoin has a wild swing to the upside, altcoins would certainly benefit. Obviously, if there's a short-term decline, the reverse will occur. So we might be in for a few turbulent weeks in the altcoin trade before we begin to make gains again. Something else which is significant for Bitcoin is happening right now. So it's presently on the verge of reaching the 200-day EMA. A break above the 200-day EMA would set off a Bitcoin rally to at least the mid-40,000s. So once again, there's a lot of bullish and bearish indicators. We believe that the FED announcement will play a larger role than this, but this is a level that Bitcoin must exceed before we can confirm that the negative trend that we've seen since mid-May has in fact flipped and things are getting positive again. For the previous several days, Bitcoin has just been toying with this level and is stuck just below it. But we seem to have some more positive news potentially coming in a couple weeks, and a favorable FEC statement today would of course be extremely bullish. And that might be enough to take us over the 200-day EMA, confirming that we are now bullish and therefore have moved out of this current phase of consolidation. And we'll be trying to get to new heights in the next months if we don't get it back to about 37k for a long time. However, there are other reasons to believe that this is a good thing for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dropped its 200-day EMA in March 2020, it quickly recovered to revisit it. Then, for about 6 days, Bitcoin stabilized below the 200-day EMA before rising above it to establish a new bull trend. Following that, there was a significant move to the upside. For the past 2 days, Bitcoin has been consolidating below the 200-day EMA. If this pattern holds, there's reason to assume it will lead to a larger rise to the upside in the not-too-distant future. So, if this pattern holds, we might see a significant rise up to about 45 to 48k. Although, given the market's volatility, we believe we will need to consolidate a little more before we can reclaim those levels. We need a lot of conviction to get beyond 42k and remain above it. The second thing to know is that whales currently own 48.7% of the entire Bitcoin supply after just purchasing 90,000 Bitcoin. So, the whales have already been monitoring and managing the system for decades are the ones who have accumulated at these levels. And thus, the question we ought to ask ourselves is whether they're doing this because they're stupid or because they believe the bull will run over and they're just buying it up to be nice to everyone so that all individual investors can't get out. Or is it because they believe we're in an accumulation period until the next lag ends up taking us to an even higher high? The second alternative, in our opinion, is considerably more plausible. When Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high sometime this year, it will appear to be the most logical thing in retrospect. Bitcoin whales have been expanding their Bitcoin holdings over the previous 3 months, and now they own half of the current crypto, or the largest cryptocurrency, which is worth $3.6 billion. While everyone else was panicking, they were just acquiring large sums of Bitcoin, which should tell you things. The number of wallets containing 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin has been steadily increasing. Furthermore, the Indian government is allegedly reviewing potential crypto prohibition laws, which may be highly positive for Bitcoin. So, current talks are looking over the terms in the last crypto ban construct to evaluate either to follow through or seek an alternate route. What do you think? What's the right approach for them? The first two concerns are said to be whether crypto can be controlled or if the government should be using the ban hammer. They could try, but whether or not they'll succeed is another question. The third item on the agenda is allegedly determining the sorts of crypto operations that might be approved in India under a uniform cryptocurrency regulatory framework. So, all in all, this is wonderful news. Given that it's already prohibited, Bitcoin has everything to gain and little to lose from this. It's also an indicator that Bitcoin can never be truly outlawed, which is most likely why the Indian government is attempting to concede and effectively admit they cannot stop this. That's what happens when people understand the real bullish nature of crypto. Before we end this video, allow us to show you the comment of the day for the last video. This comment is by Kayla, who says that the crypto market is unstable and that the BTC price fall has analysts divided over whether Dogecoin was entering a bear market or was just suffering a brief correction on the way to greater highs. What do you all say about it? Comment below and let us take it ahead. We hope the video was helpful and informational. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the post notifications to stay updated on our upcoming exciting content. Do not forget about the giveaway and comment below to stand a chance to win an Ethereum. Until next time, everyone.